It's 1:19 p.m. Friday, December 1:19 p.m. Friday, December 16th, 2016. I've already pretty much said my goodbyes here and on Facebook, but some people I can't reach too easily, and I promised, I told them I'd let them know. I've done everything I could to keep every promise I've said, because I've always meant to keep every one of them. But when we're in the physical body, especially when you're me, fighting so much crap, getting your head worked on so much, it's impossible to be able to do what you want to do, to what you need to do properly, let alone what you want to do. It's time. I just made the appointment to release Herky from his body next week, later on next week. Herky's been feeling rough. The picture you see of him on the video, in the blue, the bed, his double bed put together with the blue cover on it, that's been around a while, okay? I've had and saved animals all my life, especially dogs. When animals get older to where they're really falling away, you can see their eyes softly start to fall into their heads a little bit. Herky's got that just barely beginning to happen. You can see it, but it's just barely. It's when the nutrition and everything, they can't function properly. His heart, he had heartworms as a very young dog when I saved him, and that was taken care of. But still, that's hard on a dog. And I had a checkup done on him months ago, and a very good vet, very very close acquaintance. I've been taking my animals to him for years and years and years. He said he could hardly hear his heart. He was having a hard time. He's having just a little bit of dementia. On and off his back legs. His legs are shaking. He goes, and every time he tries to get up in the air a little bit, he just falls right back in his legs. His legs are getting ready to collapse on him where he can't move anymore. The dementia, when it happens, he's still uncertain where he is. His heart's working hard to pump enough blood through the body to keep going. His whole body's fading away. When I get close to him to feed him, and I've never raised a hand at Herky, it's just anything around him that moves, it just makes him jerk a little bit. He can't, something happens, near him. Sometimes a little something fall or move a little bit, or sometimes for no reason he just jerks. That comes from the heart being so weak, and the walls of the heart being enlarged, and starting to go in a soft tachycardia, just soft. But it also has to do with his nervous system. If I wait too long, he'll start having seizures. Man, Herky's awesome. I love him so much. Cheers. This one's to my man Herky and all the other animals. And there's other things going on with him too, so it's time to send him home. At the same time, that's setting up for my release. I'll be going soon after him, just shortly after. I've been waiting for this to happen for a long time. It was supposed to happen October 28th of last year. I've had 2 different types of lung disease all my life. Still ran cross country, every sport there was, just about. Never played lacrosse or. It made everything hard, but it didn't stop me. Hey there, Herky buddy. Gonna come in? You want to go in your... There you go. He's going on the king-size high-density bed. And then he's got all these little Serta Posturepedic beds all over the house, about 10 of them now. And then he's got the new Serta pillow top queen bed downstairs I bought for him. I have a professional coming to release him. Right, Herky buddy? Herky, every once in a while, would stop. I'd feel him talking to me, and I'd stop and I'd go to look at him. And as I was doing that, he'd be looking at me. Good, Herky, lay down with Daddy, honey. Good, man, I love you. And he'd just look at me, kind of sad, like, Daddy, when are we going? You know, I had some of my family members, you know, tell me the same thing, but this is good. It's important. It's difficult. I love you, baby. Can you get comfy? Can you get comfy? Huh? I love you, buddy. But anyway, good boy, honey. Just find a place, buddy. Good boy, Herky. Herky, stay upstairs, honey. Herky, stay up here, buddy. Every time he goes to go downstairs, I literally fill him up with gold energy. He looks like a solid piece of gold moving. Makes him strong enough to get up and down the stairs. Nothing is laying down. Okay. Anyway, there's something that's about to happen out in space. I've said before, the Drakh are in charge of that stuff. They're taking full responsibility for what's going on. That's funny. It's smelling like a smell of electronic issues and something, and there's nothing here I can look and see with my head. It's just a smell being put in my head. Sometimes you might smell like an uncle's cigar smoke and everything. He's not there smoking a cigar. You won't see the smoke, but they can go in and touch soft memories in your brain, or put them back into your brain again, is what they usually do. I've done everything I could to do everything for you, all of you, everyone, and I've left a lot of information. The books and stuff like that, folks, if you really want to wake up, if you ever want to know what's going around, you have to talk to someone who's read the books or read them yourself, period. You don't have to do that, but if you want to really be awake and aware, as you wake up, if you want to be aware of what's going on, you're going to have to. That's why I did them. Otherwise, I wouldn't have taken the time. Took me over 2 years to write those books. Just about a solid 3 years. What I was just saying is there's something waiting to happen, and it's going to happen soon. It's going to happen this month. As I became more and more aware, I know I needed to leave last year. Early 2016, there was a lot of things that were supposed to happen. Well, the future's always changing, but it had to take care of recent things. I'll be gone before the first of the year of 2017. And no, I'm not going to put a gun on my head or cut myself or something stupid, folks. I'm just going to drop. I'm not normal. My whole body's being taken apart. I got hit so hard today, and I happened to be talking to Berjou when it happened, and she's incredibly strong. There's all kinds of folks. What the help you have to awaken from the other side, which would be Lily and me and other parts of Arae, and from over here, the family in particular, not just family, the source family, but others. Not only will this happen, not only does this have to happen, but it will. Nothing can stop it. You won't have anyone bugging you, driving you nuts. You won't have anyone trying to keep you from awakening. You won't have people messing with you, trying to make you feel insecure. Instead, you're going to get backbone behind you. You're going to feel the field, which will be me, literally giving you energy, giving you confidence. Not making you do anything, but helping you to do what you want to do, as long as it's a positive thing. Everything's going to change. And there's something big coming from our family in space. You'll see it when it happens. I'm not going to talk about it. After I go, and there's a very short period of time for something they're kind enough to call special to happen, then it starts breaking out. You're going to see for yourself. Folks, I want to say this too, while we're having this last conversation. What's underneath Antarctica is a huge ship, and other large ones that come in and out, but it's a huge, huge ancient ship that's been here like forever, okay? No, not actually forever, but it's so long. A lot more than hundreds of thousands of years, okay? That's where the other folks have been going. Our friends, the Drak, the Anunnaki, the Serpoian, they've been involved in that structure down there for a long time. So Atlantis is not under the ice cap. Atlantis goes from what's left of it now, the actual main island of Atlantis, which is mostly one big huge continent and then small islands. The continent, it was going from off the Venezuelan coast up to Matrali, I don't know. It's in the western coast of North Africa, where that big bulge is. It's in the western coast in the Atlantic Ocean. That's where the big part of Atlantis is. They've been getting stuff down there for a long time, and they keep getting messed with. Government, the Anunnaki. Some of the stuff that was down there literally was just transported away from them, and just wound up on some other ships. It's funny. No one knew what was going on. The Anunnaki were just about to get their hands on it, and poof, it disappeared. And then our friends in space, they're literally all of a sudden out of nowhere in a cargo bay. There's all this stuff in there, and it's still wet, and they're like, WTF? What the frack? Folks, I'm just a almost dead body, but who I really am is something totally different. And I love the name Janitor. That's all I want to do is take care of things. I don't want to never wanted to be a star, never have wanted to be a star. Never wanted to be seen as important, but I always wanted to do my work. It's done here, it's time to move on. Hercky's finally ready. There's a powerful energy all of you are going to feel on the other side. It's not just the field that's going to get so strong when I get out of here and Arae gets put together. It's everything over there that's so positive. I've told you about stuff I had to kill. I never told you about all the good stuff. That was literally staying the hell out of the way. If you think of a city, and there's all kinds of nuts flying around, kind of idiots, and then inside the buildings in the city, the good people go in, close the windows, close the shutters. They stay out of the street where all the crazy idiots are running around. That's what it's been like on the other side. So the animals are coming home. I'm taking them home. Not all at one time. The Anunnaki, the problematic Anunnaki, remember, Anunnaki people, they're cool. The vast majority of them are awesome, do incredible things for everybody. It's just, no matter what it is, baker, mechanic, waitress, accountant, you get some rotten eggs in there, man. You get something negative, and I mean, really aggressively negative in a body, you got a problem. This is Crown XO and ginger ale. Pretty good. It's not super strong, it's just ginger ale. Giving it that color. Drinking kind of keeps me calm. You know, my body is falling away anyway. So many times, excuse me, so many times I've told you that I was going home. I expected to every time. A lot of people, and you would expect them to think that, thought I was trying to play a game to bring in more money or suck in people or whatever it is other people do. Don't care to look at it. It's not me. It doesn't fit. If the sweater don't fit, I won't try to put it on. But I'm finally here. It's just days, not weeks and months or another year. Never fear death. Death is just going home. Death is taking off a suit that you've overworn, and you're finally free of it. I think one thing that's important is for everyone to be able to see and feel, just for a moment, who they really are when they're not stuck in a body. Then they can appreciate something. Some people have near-death experiences, get a piece of that. Excuse me. So anyway, I just want to tell you that I'm putting everyone's package together on one table down here. Dan is coming down here. Probably Dan or Paul, maybe even Berjou. So when I'm gone, there'll be someone to take care of the animals and everything. I thought Ann might pop in there, but you never know what's going on. Things are changing all the time, and folks, is when you become aware of yourself and what you can see on the other side, which is so awesome. Excuse me, you start becoming all you can be while you're in a body. But when you're out of a body, you're really you. You never finish waking up until you dump the body. Then you find out how really awesome you are, and it's like, damn, good to be out of that damn thing. Please, I don't say please much, okay, but please respect the bodies that you're in. I beg no one for nothing. I do what I have to anytime I know I have to do it. But please respect the bodies that you're in, the life that you're having, and do what you can with it. things are changing. Everyone's going to have single spirit cores, or singular kundalinis, just one energy going up and down. If anyone ever tells you they can do it in the body, look them right in the eye and say, you're full of shit. Because they are. A lot of people think they can do shit, and they're just full of shit. Anyway, I've said through the different videos about all there is, I think, to say things will change. You'll see it. Me, my name, that'll fade away. It's supposed to. But the words, the information I've given you, that'll stay. There'll be some people remembering me. That's fine. You know, I guess I should say thank you. But what matters is that you all become yourselves. J. Essex is not important. What J. Essex did was. And what J. Essex did was help all of you to find yourselves so you can become as much of yourselves as possible. Don't ever fear death, and don't ever fear the difficulties in waking up. If you want to fear something, then fear never becoming yourself. And there's nothing to fear. But why have a life if you're not going to be the real you? Will not hold the same value to you or those close to you. So anyway, folks, I need to run. I do love you. Arae. Okay, that's weird. That's just coming out of me. I'll always be there taking care of everything. To the best of my knowledge and abilities. A lot of stuff to do. Lily's going to be the main one involved in your lives, running things. And everything, almost everything we do, except some of the stuff I do away from the third dimension. That's no one's business. That's my business. There's things I have to do that involve things on a much bigger scale than, forget the universe for one dimension. It involves everything. Anyway, I'm not trying to dwell on that. Having problems. But Lily will be running lives and everything. And oh, that's right. These other fields, the council with 2 members representing each field of spirit. You're all going to watch us screw up. You're going to learn with us that doing one thing or another is wrong. And then you're all just going to, the basic setup is by 2020, you all will be running yourselves. And we'll be right there with you. And then as soon as you're ready, we're getting the hell out of there. We'll always be around. If there's a problem, we'll be there to help you. But y'all are not kids. Y'all are old, man. You all are grown up. The only children there are really in creation, or in the first initial creation made, is the 5th wave of souls. They're young. I got something in my eye. Anyway, folks, look, love you. Take care. Don't ever be afraid of the difficulties involved in awakening, because they lessen. And there's a whole lot more enjoyment. And the more awake you become, the more aware you are of everything going on around you. And you have a whole different outlook on life. You have a much more complete, honest, truthful feeling, understanding of what's going on. And you get that yourself. That's why this is an awakening movement, meaning waking up to become yourself. There's no religion, there's no philosophy, there's you becoming your true self and seeing things for yourself. It's never been about me. But it's always been about everyone else. I don't matter, man. I am what I am. I have a luxury. Nothing can kick my ass. I was made like that in the beginning, and all I ever did was get stronger. But this has got nothing to do with me other than performing a job properly and the best of my abilities. And I have plenty of criticism for how I've done things for myself. Anyway, look, folks, love you. You're always going to have help. The big things, don't worry about. They're going to get taken care of. I'm very loving and compassionate, but I am fracking strong as hell. I can do things I've never told anyone about. And I'm about to. Creation's changing. Those things that want to be abusive, fine. I have a suggestion for you. Take all the sharp objects out of your upper pockets, or any of your pockets for that matter. Loosen up your clothing, especially around the neck. Make sure you feel good. Put your feet about shoulders width apart and bend over and kiss your ass goodbye, because you're all being deleted. Creation cannot continue with cancer inside it. Wow, big statement from a dying old man in overalls. Nah, it ain't the car. It's what's in it. It's what's driving it. My job is to take care of everything. That means every individual, but it has to be about everybody as a whole. Every single person. Finally, after all this time, I can. Love you, folks. Take care. Okay, folks, let's give credit to the people that put this video out. Section 51, UFO and light orb filmed by Danish fishermen in North Sea, November 2016. It just happened. Okay. Now here is the sample that the Illyrian actually took out of the water. It was in the water. It's being pulled out now into a huge mothership that's up here. Hits an orb that's a small ship. It's a small Illyrian ship. And they actually go behind, you'll see it go behind that and then around and then up. They're actually taking readings and everything in there before it goes up there. And then this right there, look at that. That's water. That's water going straight. It's not a wave. It's not moving. It's going straight up because there's a tractor beam up here grabbing a hold of this thing. Excuse me, grabbing a hold of this thing. Get this wire out of here. I'm being messed with big time. Tractor beam on this thing to pull it up into the mothership. But as the tractor beam's on it, it's softly grabbing some of the water there. And then that's an Illyrian ship. Like I said, there's 3 gentlemen in there, and a fourth, operating the vehicle and stuff. And there's a 4th one that's connecting information with the mothership that's up in the air. Let's keep them going for a little bit. But you can see this right here. That's literally water going up. It's not a wave. It's not coming towards you. So you get to the point where, okay, whoops. 111, that's funny. See how the orb's going around it? Taking a looking at it, and then the orb's going back up to the mothership up here, and so's this. It's being pulled up. You notice right here how that little wave is gone. It never went anywhere. Now, this being said, I want you to look right over here, okay? Look in this area for a new wave that is solid, and it just starts coming at you. Comes right at you. Watch this. Look at this right there. Look at it. It's coming right towards you. It's not moving with the other waves. It's separate. See that? It's separate. It's not moving like the other waves. That's a ship that literally, it's like a sensor that came up there. It's a ship really, but it's whatever. There you go in definitions of what you want to call something. But anyway, it was from the mothership. There was someone in it, so you have to call it a ship, but it's a one-person deal. It's full of sensor equipment, and it was reading this big fishing ship, the fisherman's ship right here. That was taking the video. That's the sample. See, and right here, see where it's a little different? It's darker. That's the seabed. That's the actual floor of the ocean. This over here is the water. It's got plankton, fish. It's got all kinds of stuff in there. Folks, look at the size of this thing. It's huge. It's huge. And it's being pulled up into the mothership. See, where's the start actually going up? Not yet. There it is. There's a little ship going up into the mothership behind a dark cloud there, and then here's a sample being pulled up to be analyzed. They're going to help us. These are the Illyrian. They're actually going to help us diagnose what's wrong with this planet and help us fix it. And guess what? There's no price tag. There's no bill. So, anyway, that's the love that's coming our way, folks. Not some insanity, not some monsters. There are people in other bodies that know we need help. And because they have love in their hearts, they're coming to help us. And, oh yeah, by the way, you've had lives, chances are all of you have had lives in those bodies. Folks, love you, man. Have a good one.